Hello, and this is a redirect to my reaction to Arcane, Season 1, Episode 3. What was it called? Necessary amount of violence for change? Is that what it was called? The base violence necessary for change. And yeah, it was a good episode. I really liked Silco in this episode. Jinx, I mean, we'll see. I mean, I know that they're gonna be like a lot older. I don't know if it's gonna be in the next episode, in episode 4, or I hope not. I hope we still get them. Like, I hope episode 4 is like a week after episode 3, or like immediately after, or something like that. I don't want it to do like the time skip like immediately. Because I mean, obviously, the picture I'm using here as the what's called the picture I'm using right now. Obviously, they have grown up a bit. I would say probably like 10 years older, maybe. Like, yeah, I would probably say so. Maybe like 7 to 10 years older, and I don't know. Obviously, this episode is setting up like Powder's like fall. Now she's gonna become part of like Silco's gang, and is she gonna become like a quote unquote bad guy? Probably. But obviously, she had some type of like mental problems before this. Because when she in her mind, I guess, accidentally killed Vander and the boys, she wasn't really, it didn't really seem that she was that upset about accidentally killing them. She was more upset about, oh no, that Vi is angry at her for it. So when Vi then just left, and obviously she has like abandonment issues. Because, I mean, one of her big things was like, why did you leave me? Why did you leave without me? Even though Vi explained why she didn't want. But she didn't explain far good enough. Like, I talked a lot, but I mean, it was quite like a few hours since I watched the episode. So it's not completely in my mind. But I think what happened, if we're just gonna like put Powder and Violet, I would say it's probably like, of all of them dying that way, I would put most of the blame on Powder, but they should have never been there to begin with. Like, Violet should have listened to Vander, not gone there. She should have just let him, she should have listened to him, like, they care of the family. But Violet decided to go there, and the boys also. That's the reason why people died. Well, that's a reason why people die. So I kind of hope. I mean, obviously, I hope next episode that Violet still has some like feel like she's a bit angry about Powder, but in her mind, Powder has been killed by Silco now. And then later on the series, maybe she'll start realizing that if I just would have listened to Vander, none of this would have happened. So, yeah. And maybe she could have done differently with Powder earlier on, instead of just, excusing Powder all the time. Maybe, like, help her get better, and actually, like, when that boy said, oh, Powder, blah, 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 blah. Maybe could have done something to make it so that Powder understands that. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm trying to say now. I'm sure as soon as I end this recording, I'm probably gonna understand. But I'm saying no one is blameless.